Hello, and thank you for joining me. This is Hannah, and I'm going to be reading for you today, bringing you any messages that you need to hear for your highest good, and therefore the highest good of all. So, if it would be okay for you to just close your eyes, just focusing on your breath. This allows me to connect with you, with your heart, with what needs to be said to help you today. Thank you. I do feel that you've got a lot of heartache going on at the moment, and I'm feeling it's hard for you to talk about it, but it is going to be okay. With the fear of the things coming towards you, that's going to be hard because the fear is quite strong. But they need you to not fear it. And the visualization they're giving me is, on the film Up, when he's like in his home and, there's literally builders right outside his gate, his fence. I mean, the only thing he is at that time is really grumpy and, not going anywhere. However, he would have been feeling, of course, very scared inside and not showing it. And they need you to know that he had to move and it was a good thing. And so do you. You've got to move forwards and work with the feelings that you're getting, which is that it's good time to move on. The past, ultimately, they're saying it just wasn't meant to be. As in, it had its time to, the tick, 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 ding. It's like, right, done. And you're meant to move forwards. You are very protected. They're talking about the sign, the Star of David, giving you a lot of strength at the moment, because if you're giving me the feeling it's something sentimental to you, it could be Saint Christopher, could be Lady Mary, or some other spiritual figure who you're thinking of right now. And the message is that you just need to know that you are well protected. It's change that you're fearing, and you're not alone. We all have this behaviour of thinking that if it's not there right now on our plate, that we're to worry about it, because is it going to come in? Is it even on the way? Is it on the agenda at all? But you will get what you meant to have on your plate. And then once it's on your plate, you've got the ball in your court of going, if I want to stay with this, if I want to do this, I will. And then if it doesn't feel right for you months down the line, you can have another go at releasing it and bringing something else onto your plate. But it's a lot less intense than you're thinking. And there is nothing to worry about. It's just your heart that's very stressed at the moment, that's getting fuzzy with other stuff that's going on. So it's like you're helping yourself in some ways, and then in other ways it's just quite confusing. So they're giving you a message just like, don't panic, keep moving forwards. Okay, so I'm just turning your cards. So your first card is your Six of Wands. We then have Two of Cups and the Judgment card. So yes, I'm going to talk about the Six of Wands first. You're giving yourself a hard time, but you shouldn't be giving yourself a hard time. You really should be saying how well you've been doing. And this is to yourself. You've got to be kind to yourself. You've got to see yourself as successful, and I'm being told you've not been doing that all the time. It's hard to do it all the time, but at the same time you can. And I feel like you need me to be your coach right now, as in, you can do this. You really, really can. Um, yes, we can be flexible with ourselves sometimes, and sometimes we can be too flexible with ourselves. You know, that kind of mentality of being like, oh, well, it's been a really hard time and I'm just going to leave it all. I'm just going to not do anything. But your team don't want that. They don't want you to just leave it, and it's not giving up, but it's like not dealing with it. They want you to go, I can do this because I see that you can, and I see that that's the best path for you for getting your needs met. Because there is a real line of symmetry here that you need what is being offered, and maybe you're seeing that it's bad for you, or it's going to stress you out, or it's going to cause sadness. However, working into it, the things on the other side is love, contentment, joy, fulfillment, success, and fame, which is what this card is about as well. You just need to trust your gut feelings and get your gut feelings in a more priority place than the mind and the emotions. It's just like doing it on a whim. It's like getting up and going, I'm going to do this. And we have to do that sometimes to get into a different space. It's like, there's this fantastic TED Talks, I can't remember the woman at the moment, but she talks about in the morning, you count to 5 and then you get up. And it's like, that's it. There's no thoughts, there's no thinking, there's no anything. You just go 1, 2, 3, or 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, up. And she talks about how, you know, there are certain things in life that you're never going to want to do. Like, if it's going to be something stressful, or you don't really like confrontation, or you don't like talking about certain things, you will never want to do that. Like, and that's kind of helpful, and that's what I'm feeling for you, is there are certain things that you will never want to do, but it doesn't mean that you shouldn't do them if it's for your highest good. And they're just saying to you, bite the bullet and do what you need to do. And it's like eating something that you don't want to eat for the greater good, just for a moment, which is quite funny. The image I'm seeing is celery, but it's definitely something that involves something that you go, oh, it doesn't taste good. But it's just for a moment, and you will be received with love. The message here, you are meant to be where you are. You just need to take more time to be kind to yourself and find the happiness in your day. And they want you to see how amazing you are, how much you have had to do to get to where you are. You had to do a lot, but it's not been at the sacrifice of yourself, because you've chosen to do what you've done. So don't give your power away and say, you know, oh, I've done this, but it's been this and it's made me ill. And it's no, they're saying don't do that. Just be content that you chose to do what you've done. You're where you are because you've chosen it. And now if you're in a place where you want more of this, you want more of that, it's positive thinking. You're going to positively change things and not stress about the past affecting you anymore. It's just moving forwards with whatever you need, whether you need to find solace in a peaceful practice such as yoga or meditation or creative writing, song, dance, poetry, whatever your outlet needs to be, because it's actually something that you need, not because you just want to, but then it often does work that way. Your gut feelings will just be like, I just really want to do this, not really understanding why. And that's where a lot of people end up. And there's no judgment, you know, it doesn't mean that person is really spiritual or really this or really that. It's just, oh, that's been really helpful for that person and they've therefore done that. There needs to be less judgment in your life. Don't judge yourself. Don't judge others. And the feeling is here is that word judgment, that is the harshness of things at the moment. It's like if that could just be wiped off the slate, the clean slate, with your judgment on yourself and your judgment on others, again, all your needs will start to be met. And you'd see that there's a lot of support around you and friendship as well. Okay, so we are now going to your second row. Okay, this is saying that you need to stay focusing on the positives with your money. Finances are more happy than you think. It's about doing what you need and then save when you need to save. Money comes, money goes, money flows. It is a transient energy. Of course, you need to not be overspending, but yeah, your team is saying to me that it's not just about overspending, it's also about underspending. So it's that sweet spot in the middle where you feel you've got what you need and you're comfortable. Spoiling yourself too much will increase the ego, is what I'm being told, and it can create more harsh energy. And it's coming back to that judging energy, of judging what you have, what others have, what you don't have, instead of the feeling they're giving you is more peace. They want you to have more peace. You'll have what you're meant to have. Another person will have what they're meant to have. When they need something else, they'll get it. They're just saying you're not meant to judge yourself with your finances. It is the way it is because of the choices that you're making. And they're just saying they're all positive. If you want another avenue, you have got the option to do it. But is it what you want? And if it's a no, then surrendering to where you are and just saying, okay, I'm actually where I'm meant to be. And I really feel them just taking away these kind of chains and things that are, it's like that mindset that I'm stuck or I'm like a real victim to where I am in my life. You're actually not, I'm being told. You're just working through hardship that has to be healed. It has to get away from you, you know, the lifestyle that's hurting you, which it comes in the form of kind of negative thinking or negative self-talk. And I know very well that these things are not easy, and it takes, you know, it's a challenge. It's difficult to clear things. However, they will let you know what's going to help you. And again, it's that gut feeling. It's the signs that you're seeing all around you. It's sometimes thinking outside the box, going for it and just going, well, I'll give it a go. I'll give it a try. Whatever it is, you know, that Pilates class, that yoga class, that rhythm dancing thing, or ecstatic dance. There's so many things. There's also something called laughing yoga, which is a hoot, funnily enough. So your team just want you to enjoy experimenting, but they are saying think outside the box. Okay, your knight in shining armor is your higher self. You need to save yourself. If you want more from life, you have to create it. If you want less from life, you have to create it. It's just trusting where you go. There's no pressure for you to just continue to, you know, go so quickly in this up and out direction. You can, you know, you can level off, you can go down, you can come back to the earth realms a bit and take a time out. But it's still superstar energy, you know, it's still wonderful and good. You just don't need to do everything. That's what I'm getting for you there. And the message for you is it will come to you. They really don't want you really stressing about, oh, I should do this, I should do this, I should do that. It's like, stay steady, they're saying, and I am seeing a golden record. Just stay where you are, they're saying. Okay. Yes, so we have your continued energy here. We're talking about a young energy around. There's a girl and there's a boy. So this may be relevant to you for both or one. The message for the young boy: take your hat off, give yourself a pat on the back. The reference to taking your hat off is a message that you need to rest and give in to receiving. He's saying, give in to someone going, well done, you're doing so good. And just being that little bit more vulnerable to being in a place where people can celebrate you and give you a lot of the things that you need. And this young boy is saying to me that everything that you need is just so close. You just need to let the right people in, and it's opening up to love and big opportunities. And he brings you a cup. Okay, so your message from the female around you. She is saying, take it easy on the nose and say more yeses. Say yes to things that are good for you, even if it will make you think about something old that doesn't feel good. If in the now you think, actually, that would be good, she's saying, do it. Don't hold back the past. Don't hold back what's happened. You're just meant to move forward, she's saying. She's also giving me a feeling that by you moving forward, you're going to also get a real sense of freedom, which is a really high need for you at the moment. You need to take your power back, and anything that you decide going forwards, that is powerful. But what she's showing me is, if you keep saying no, it's like you're in prison and you can't get out. And someone keeps saying, do you want to come out? And you're like, no. Do you want to come out? No. So there's just that kind of perspective there of seeing that you can go if you want to. All right, so we have Temperance come in today for you. She's saying that everything is going to be okay. You just need to trust yourself. Trust who you are. You know you're a good person. You know who you are. You don't need to explain it to anyone. And everyone around you just wants you to know that they love you. And they just want you to slow down and enjoy yourself. Enjoy who you are. And enjoy what is around you. Interesting. Your last card today is the Eight of Swords. And this person in this card is saying to me that you're amazing and you can do it. And the message here is, you are giving some amazing advice, but you need to listen to your own advice now. You need to get yourself out of this headspace that you're stuck and you can't do it. And you just need to power through, make some plans, give some support to yourself, send some light out into the world just by stepping outside and smiling at whatever life throws at you, because it's gonna be okay. And you just need to trust yourself. So with that, I'm going to just shower you with some light. This is white light, and they're showing lots of fractals of rainbows around you. If you do have one of those sun catcher things, they are asking you to just look at it for a while and enjoy the magic, because these things can remind us of the magic that is around us all the time if we let ourselves tap into it. So with that, thank you so much for your time today. Really appreciate it. And if you like the video, please do give it a thumbs up. It's really nice to just know that there are people out there. And I wish you a lovely rest of your day and speak to you next time. Bye.